Good morning. Welcome to Leveraging Your Strategic Investment in PICK MultiValue. My name is Corey Luckow, and I'm the president of Zumasys. I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you today. We have a great presentation lined up for you, in which we'll be covering how to leverage your strategic investment in PICK MultiValue. Joining us today, we have Sam Hazelton, the visionary behind Crescendo Software and an expert in ERP solutions. Jim Hammonds, a strategic thinker and marketer whose expertise has broadened from education and retail sectors into wholesale distribution and manufacturing since merging with Zumasys. Our CTO, Mike Wright, with a decade of IT and software development prowess, he's a driving force in modernizing and optimizing our Rover ERP application. And last but not least, Greg Bonebrake, our dynamic developer, expertly fusing PICK MultiValue systems with the latest web technologies, showcasing our commitment to evolution and efficiency. Sam and Jim will first discuss the current environment of your application, and Mike and Greg will provide an introduction and demonstration of our Rover Business Suite. But first, it's been a while since we last got together, and quite a bit has changed at Zumasys. During our last full-scale discussion, we cast an optimistic eye on the multi-value market for 2021. In our insightful webinar, we navigated complexities of the PICK multi-value market and outlined strategies for future-proofing your PICK application. We explored the recipe for application modernization, emphasizing the strengths within our development teams and celebrating the successes of others that transition to modern web apps. The progress underpins the dynamic transformations we'll discuss today. Now, let's transition to who Zumasys is at this moment and how these current changes are shaping our current identity and vision for the future. Headquartered in beautiful San Clemente, California, Zumasys is a forward-thinking tech company with over 40 dedicated employees spread across the United States. We're balanced evenly between offering software as a service and maintenance and providing top-notch programming services, ensuring our clients receive comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Our business is not just about services, it's about embodying our core values. We are a team marked by responsibility, adaptability, and dedication. This is the DNA that drives our success and enables us to deliver exceptional results to our customers. Meet our executive team, the leaders who are steering the Zumasys ship. Each one brings a unique strength and perspective, ensuring we remain on the cutting edge of technology and service. Together, we're not just a company, we're a force for innovation in the tech industry. Our journey began in the year 2000 under the visionary leadership of Paul Giobbe and Joe Cupp. Initially, our focus was IT services, providing hardware, selling Microsoft products, facilitating Microsoft Exchange upgrades, implementing Citrix for remote application delivery, and employing VMware for server virtualization. In 2006, ahead of the curve, we launched our hosting platform with Rackspace as our primary competitor. We stood among the largest providers in the West, serving hundreds of customers and tens of thousands of users. However, as Microsoft and Amazon entered the cloud and private equity ventured into services, our offerings became a commodity in the market, and we knew that it's not where we wanted to be. Driven by our commitment to innovation and growth, we pivoted towards software, particularly in the legacy application space of PICK MultiValue, an area founders Paul Giobbe and Joe Cupp had a rich history in. This led us to acquire the application platform and databases for JBase and OpenQM and the terminal emulator Accuterm, marking our solid entrance into the software arena. However, the addressable market for these legacy platforms was dwindling, with fewer people building new applications on them. Leveraging the relationships built from owning the database and tools, we subsequently acquired 7 distinct applications in the ERP space. Building on this narrative for growth and evolution, the slide presents the portfolio of Zumasys products, a testament to our commitment to versatile and powerful solutions for businesses. At the heart of our offerings is Rover Business Suite, a comprehensive set of applications including Rover BI, Pay, POS, Sales, Scan, and Portal, all designed to synergize and streamline your business operations. Our product ecosystem is underpinned by the MultiValue database, a testament to our roots and ongoing dedication to evolving legacy systems. Alongside, we have our flagship application Rover and other ERP solutions, Foresight, ProMan, and IMAX, all ensuring that each has the opportunity to modernize. With Zumasys services wrapping around this core, we now provide not just tools, but solutions tailored to scalable and ready to meet complex challenges of today's environment. As we look towards the horizon, Zumasys, we are excited to present the twin engines propelling Zumasys towards a future of remarkable growth and innovation. Engine 1 is our Rover SaaS platform, which is on a trajectory to hit an impressive 25% of MRR, or monthly recurring revenue growth, by 2026. This growth is part of our big, hairy, audacious goal, or a BHAG, to reach 1 million in Rover SaaS monthly recurring revenue by the year 2030. It's a bold vision. It underscores our commitment to expanding our flagship service and continuously delivering exceptional value to our customers in PICK and outside of PICK. Our engine number 2 is Rover Pay, our cutting-edge payment solution that is rapidly gaining traction, with projections showing an increase from 41% to 65% of our MRR by 2026. Rover Pay is an integral piece of our strategy. Our BHAG for Rover Pay is to achieve over $100,000 in monthly recurring revenue by 2030, setting a clear marker for ambition in financial technology space. Together, these engines are not just driving our growth, they're a representation of our dedication to service excellence and our pledge to be at the forefront of the software industry. Speaking of dedication to service excellence, I will now hand it over to Sam Hazelton.
Well, good morning, good afternoon. You're likely here today because you've experienced the benefits of the PICK MultiValue database platform. At Zumasys, we are huge fans of and experts in the multi-value data model. We've positioned ourselves as your bridge between multi-value and access to the latest business and artificial intelligence tools, modern user interfaces, and payment processing solutions, etc. The multi-value data model has likely enabled your systems to be agile and adaptable with a minimum level of investment. It features a simple yet powerful development environment, which allows for customizations that have kept you ahead of the pack in your industry. Multi-value has a very organic data structure that mimics reality rather than force-fitting your data into an oversimplified container. With PICK, you've also had rock-solid reliability and low maintenance. And while others have been forced to rewrite or replace their systems frequently to keep up with arbitrary or planned obsolescence driven by the big market players, you've benefited from the stability and longevity of an environment where the rules don't change. Zumasys is uniquely positioned as a company to enable you to hold on to the benefits of your legacy environment while leaping forward to embrace the newest game-changing technologies. My counterpart, Jim Hammonds, will now explain some of the challenges that necessitate a step forward.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. All right. Let's talk about some problems. And the first one we're going to talk about is what I think is a universal truth. So growing pains are an inevitable part of a healthy business. And of course, your technology stack is no exception. There's growing pains there as well. Everybody has had this happen, everybody here at least. New employees come on board. It takes them a while to learn the ropes of your powerful legacy systems. And before they can reach the point where they become productive, you have to deal with bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and maybe even a hit to your morale. But the challenges often extend beyond just training new personnel. Your vendor support may dwindle over time, leaving you to implement some manual workarounds outside your system. You might start noticing gaps, an inability to adapt swiftly to stakeholder needs, or maybe even a lack of real-time data visibility. and our business environment isn't slowing down. A lack of adaptability and real-time insights can be a challenge. It may mean losing out on opportunities, it may mean falling behind competitors, or even becoming increasingly disconnected from those customers. They're not criticisms, these are natural, almost inevitable challenges that emerge when one thing happens. Business or technology evolves, but our systems don't. Think of it like when you were growing out of your childhood clothes. Doesn't mean those clothes were bad, it just means you've grown. So as we look at it, it's not with a lens of blame, but with one of opportunity. An opportunity to evaluate what's next, to learn how to evolve. You remember when we all learned how to drive a car instead of riding a bike? Now we're just figuring out how to ensure our systems grow along with our business ambitions. All right, let's take a look at a second problem. Some specifics, so tracking, and specifically the hurdles of tracking labor, inventory, and production effectively with some legacy systems. Have you ever wanted just a little bit more detail for your labor or inventory reports? Or maybe you wondered why your production analytics don't give you the granular insights you really want. You're not alone, and it's not a nice to have, it's really crucial. Without detailed tracking, inefficiencies can creep in, and more importantly, you can be left making decisions based on gut feeling rather than actionable data. Running a business without good insights is like trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle in the dark. You might eventually complete it, but think of the time and effort wasted because you couldn't see all the pieces clearly. We want to help you see those pieces. The inability to make those informed decisions isn't just an operational hiccup, it's a strategic roadblock. It can lead to missed opportunities, as we said, slow response times, and even declining profit margins. Once again, it's not about pointing fingers. It's about recognizing that business landscapes evolve, so it's time to bring your operational analytics into the light, giving you the clarity you need to better guide your business. A third problem. As we peel back these layers, another significant challenge emerges: the inefficiencies that arise from manual processes. Cumbersome spreadsheets and the workarounds you've had to invent just to keep things running. Necessity is the mother of invention, and some of the best solutions do come out of a need to make it work. But making it work probably shouldn't be your long-term business strategy. There's also a generational aspect. As experienced employees retire or move on, the knowledge about manual processes and solutions can leave with them. Training new employees to fill these shoes is a pretty daunting and time-consuming task. But beyond training, there's another issue that lurks: lack of real-time data visibility. When you're doing manual entry or juggling disparate systems, you can't help but incur some lag. And let's face it, in today's world, lagging information is almost as useless as no information at all. How are you going to tie AI into a manual process? It just becomes really difficult to make things happen quickly. Once again, not criticisms. They're the natural progressions of a growing business grappling with technology that has reached its limits or is no longer supported. The question isn't whether your system was adequate for your needs. It certainly was. The real question is, can you still make it adequate? Let's go on to problem number 4. Forecasting, the art and science of predicting the future. It's something we all wish we could do perfectly, especially when it comes to inventory and production. Nobody has a crystal ball that accurately tells them what inventory levels they'll need 6 months from now. But we do have data, algorithms, analytics, or at least we should. But with some outdated systems, forecasting becomes as reliable as predicting the weather by looking at the clouds or seeing if the sun is shining. What happens when we can't forecast effectively? It's not just a storage room full of unsold goods or an empty warehouse. It can become an inability to evolve with your stakeholder needs, a lack of agility, and again, those missed opportunities. When forecasting misses the mark, you're losing the trust and confidence of your stakeholders, be it your customers, your investors, or even your own employees. Accurate forecasting is a necessity for staying competitive and agile in today's market. Unfortunately, if your legacy system can't provide accurate forecasting, then it's time to ask how you can get that accurate forecasting. That takes us on to problem number 5. This never keeps any of us up at night, does it? The fear of making a wrong move, especially when it comes to choosing a software partner. We all know horror stories about a business that chose the wrong system or wrong application and faced disastrous results. Many of you might be aware of a company last year. One of the major auto parts distributors was liquidated because of the cost involved in a transition from a legacy system to one of the top quote unquote elite ERP systems. And that move took them down. It's a common fear, and for good reason. A misstep doesn't just mean a wasted investment. It could mean a loss of your competitive edge, financial instability, and in that worst case scenario, even the loss of your business. But even though caution is prudent, and you have to move carefully, avoiding change altogether carries its own set of risks. You need to find a balanced approach. Reduce the risks without becoming so risk averse that we stagnate. The key lies in due diligence, rigorous vetting, and making informed, data-driven decisions about who our software partners are. Choosing a software partner can be a little like choosing a life partner, right? It's a long-term commitment, and the decision should never be taken lightly. But with the right groundwork, it's a relationship that can bring exponential benefits, both now and in the future. All right, we're going to shift gears a little bit. Corey already mentioned the Rover Business Suite, and we're going to talk about that and about how there's now a way forward that doesn't just offer a patch, but gives you a pathway to the future. Let me tell you about the Rover Business Suite. We've talked about challenges, we've acknowledged the fears, but now we're going to show you that all those customizations you've done, all those unique features that you love about your current system, all that work you've put in, none of that has to go to waste. You can build a path to the future that includes them. We've already implemented Rover Business Suite with our own applications, and now we've set it up so that you can use the Business Suite with your legacy applications. Rover Business Suite is not just another ERP system. It's a complementary platform designed to elevate your system and adapt it to the latest technology. It offers a modular approach with a diverse range of modules designed to target specific business needs you have. Whether you're looking to improve your point of sale experience, optimize financial management, or enhance your sales processes, there's a module for that. And the best part, you can mix and match them based on your individual requirements. Think of Rover as a symbiotic partner, kind of like the Bionic Man, right? You've got this partner for your current system. You adapt new technology to that strong base you've already spent a lot of money building. It's an investment, a partner that honors the strategic investments you've made over the years. Your customizations don't become obsolete. They become the cornerstone for your future growth. And as for those concerned about choosing the wrong software partner, remember, this is not about replacing what you've built. The Rover Business Suite is about enhancing it, adapting it, and preparing it for the challenges and opportunities of the future. With Rover, you're not starting from scratch. You're standing on the shoulders of all your past achievements, looking towards a future with a lot more possibilities. All right, let's step into what the Rover Business Suite commitment is. Number one, it's understanding and respect. You're probably thinking, hey, this sounds great, but can I really trust Rover to handle my business's unique needs? It's a valid question and one we take seriously, and that's our commitment. It's not just about software with us. It's about understanding and respect. We get it. We understand what you're going through. We've been through it ourselves with 7 different ERP systems. Your current system isn't just a tool. It's a part of your business identity. It's been molded by the strategic investments that have given you a competitive edge. We don't want to replace or redo those customizations that you work so hard to implement. If we can improve them, great, but you've got some investment there that is valuable. Our aim is to be a respectful partner that enhances and builds upon what you've already achieved. We're here to understand those challenges, the ones that are unique to you, respect the road you've been on so far, and help pave the way for your road ahead. Our commitment is simple. Your success is our success. If you don't achieve something, if you don't build your success, we don't either. And so we feel like together we can turn the challenges of today into the opportunities of tomorrow. Now I'm going to talk about the M word, modernization. You guys probably have somebody in your office every month say, hey, well, what are we going to do about this? How are we going to do that? Well, it's a term that can be intimidating, especially when you spent years building a system tailored to your needs. But as we just said, with the Rover Business Suite, modernization doesn't mean throwing out the old, but basically reinvigorating that old system with new capabilities. Modernization without loss. And that's what we try and do here. Let me step back for a second. Rover ERP, the suite of applications, are deliberately designed to integrate with what you've already got, what you have in place. Think of it as a plug and play upgrade. You take the pieces of your existing framework and snap them in together with that Rover Business Suite component that you need. It doesn't disrupt the intrinsic value of your system. We know the importance of those customizations, and you're not just preserving the value of those customizations with Rover Business Suite. You're giving them new life, new functionality, and making them ready for the future. Modernization is not about replacing the old with the new. It's about elevating the old to meet the new. And that's what the Rover Business Suite commitment is for you. Your past, your present, and your future all working together in harmony. And of course, that brings us to the last slide I'm going to present. Partnership. What we're presenting isn't just a product. It's a lot more valuable than a product. It's a partnership for navigating that blurred line between risk and opportunity. You don't want to make a big misstep there, and it works now and in the years to come. You've heard the phrase, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. We want to be part of that journey with you. We're committed to pushing forward together. You saw that first slide that Sam showed, and it had the guys pushing the square blocks. We're trying to help you round off the edges on that square block and help you push it forward. We want to help you leverage those strategic investments that you've made over the years. We aim to make your business agile, competitive, and most importantly, aligned with the demands of a new generation of customers, employees, and technologies. So as you look at what's coming up next and see what we've done, think of the Rover Business Suite. Think beyond code and modules. Think of a partnership that promises to journey with you into the future, turning those challenges into stepping stones for all of the new opportunities you want to address. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mike and Greg.
Excellent. Thank you, Jim. And thank you to everybody who has taken some time to join us here today to catch up on what Zumasys has been up to over the last few years. It's been quite a journey for the company. So Greg and I are happy to give you a look at everything you've been hearing about so far in this presentation. Real quick, before I start the demo, we'll just touch on a few key points here to indicate that we're not just talking about concepts and theories here, that these are things that are actually in production, helping businesses like yours today. Some of you are in the audience, I see. So, but on the portal side, our customer portal, it's collected over $1 million in payments so far. On the point of sale side, that's originated over 3 million in new orders for the customers running live there. BI has served hundreds of dashboards to users since its inception, and Rover Pay last year alone helped facilitate over 200 million in credit card and ACH payments. And the cool thing I think about all that, those numbers are fun, but understanding for us that behind Rover Business Suite, we're not just talking about systems running Rover ERP. There are so far 5 different ERPs that have integrated into the Rover Business Suite for at least one of the modules, one of the applications. So it's a very cool and fun and exciting recipe that we have to help you carry your systems forward in every way that you've heard about from the team so far. That said, I know everybody's here for the good stuff, the demos. So let's pivot away from the slides for a minute and we'll show you some of this stuff in action. All right, here we have the main employee landing page for Rover Business Suite. So there's a lot of different modules that are lit up over here. The first that you see by default is the dashboard page where you have this opportunity to inject Rover BI content into the application. I'm going to progress to the customers module for a minute. This one I think is very versatile and showcases a lot of power and functionality to your business. You may have people in a customer service role who could use a screen like this, maybe in accounting, maybe in sales. This really becomes your tip of the spear into all of your customer records. And so through here, you can allow your users to maybe re-envision your customer inquiry screens and get access to all the data related to your customers in your system, whether or not that's data that lives directly in your customer file or data that lives adjacent to it, right? You can link to accounts receivable records and see all of that history in here. There's quite a bit of functionality layered into it. And so this page really embodies a key principle for us in the development of these web applications, which is to create as many single panes of glass as possible focused on the business user using the screen so that they don't have to worry about navigating around the application a lot. It keeps training simpler. It keeps their efficiency up, right? They can roll from one interaction to the next without having to navigate through a big tree of screens or menus or things of that nature. So the customer's page is very flexible in that regard. It's part of our Rover sales package of web applications. From there, though, a very exciting one we call point of sale, which catches people off guard a little bit. It can be used for a traditional point of sale experience, but it's also a very powerful order origination tool. So I'll show you this right now, actually. We'll pull up. Let's say I'm working the sales desk and I just had a customer come in looking to buy some stuff. It's coming in from Evans Supplies, pull them up. I get their default customer pricing showing me the parts that we have available for them. And I can go ahead and start to build out the order. I can use a scan gun to be doing this. I can also point and click or touch screen that works just the same everywhere. So I can build this out. Cool. Looks like we've got some discount pricing available, so that's benefiting them to an extent. We could further manipulate the order over here as I'm building it. Can also pull up the cart and modify things in earnest over here if we needed to tweak things further. Let's say we're good. They're happy with this. Let's go ahead and create the order. Maybe we've got everything here in kind of a will call scenario. Maybe we don't. There's an opportunity here for you to layer in other fields that maybe you want to make sure that you're capturing, not just the stuff that we have by default. So you can see here some of the default items we've got. We'll fill in a signature real quick. Paste that through. Let's just confirm the order. So this will save it back to the system. So that gives us the order origination piece, right? But there is the capacity for this to close out the fulfillment and transactional piece of point of sale in one swoop. You can do it in steps. You can do it in one swoop. You can do it combinationally too. And believe me, we've talked to you and we're serving customers that are doing kind of every aspect of a unique combination you can think of there. We'll go back here for a second just to the top and I'll kind of illustrate this. You may have noticed that there were other tabs up top for orders and invoices and receipt history and payment methods on file. And that's the piece that allows you to function this as more than just an order origination system if you want. Maybe you do have a will call desk that's not actually originating the orders, but they're just dealing with customers walking in to pick those orders up. So we can interact with the existing orders on the system. We can include them. This is the order we just created to say, yep, this customer came in to pick up everything. We're going to finalize it now. Maybe the invoice had not yet been created. So we can finalize that and then actually take the payment for it too. You can see it's progressed me to that piece. We'll do a cash payment here, but you can also integrate to a credit card device. You can also do manual credit card entry through the web, through the secure iframe, all powered by Rover Pay. You can also pick from a card on file. We'll just do a cash payment here, submit that, close out the transaction. We got a receipt number. We can show them the PDF. We can negotiate the rest of the process as you might expect with a point of sale system. The other piece of this too, which is nice, is it also serves as a little bit of a collection utility. If the customer's module is too cumbersome for your reps, maybe you have a sales rep who's in the field visiting their customers and you want them while they're there just to be able to touch on any outstanding AR, right? So the ability to come in here, load up the existing invoices, see some aging summary, get them a statement if they want, but also, select a couple invoices that are open and collect payment for them while they're there visiting the customer. It becomes a really powerful tool. So we've seen this deployed in all kinds of scenarios, whether it's a traditional brick and mortar point of sale experience or an in the field order origination with the intent to pick something else up. And again, right, our big thing here is we influence the look and feel and design based off of our strategy, but every single one of these pages has the capacity for you to introduce fields that are custom and unique to your system into the conversation too. So it's not a one size forced fit all scenario here. You're not having to throw anything out along the way. We're not going to get into the technical architecture of all of this today, but understand that when we're saving things here, when we're saving things here, that's communicating back to your system in real time. So this is a directly integrated solution for you. You're not dealing with an intermediate database. You're not having to ship files back and forth to keep things synchronized. That's the beauty of how all of these different ERPs, including yours, can interact with the Rover Business Suite is through APIs. We'll touch real quick on the portal side just to show you. Here I'm logged in as a user from that same customer to the customer portal, and I can come in and I can make payments against outstanding invoices. If we're doing any support or service ticketing, I can see those in the system. I can also originate orders through here too in an interface that's very similar to what you saw on the employee side of it. So if you're comfortable with empowering your customers to be able to directly place orders themselves in a self-service scenario, the portal carries much of the same benefit, which I think is fantastic. We've seen a lot of success with different customers picking up, like Jim said, different combinations of these products to deploy them within their organization to their users, their customers, in whatever extent makes sense. to solve the problems that they're facing, right? That's the key part of the partnership here is we're trying to help everybody just solve their business problems. And we've got a really unique way to do that, I think. I could keep going here to show you more and more about what we have currently out there, as well as some of what's to come. But I'm going to kick over to Greg to give you a sneak peek at some of the items currently in development that we'll have shipping into production soon, between production scheduling and our AI integration.
Thanks, Mike. All right, so here we're looking at a new module, as Mike mentioned, that's still in production. This was being built for a specific customer to meet a particular need that they had. This customer is a manufacturer, so they're dealing with a lot of work orders to create product that they are, building or manufacturing on demand. So this screen is a layout that lists their active work orders. You can open the work orders and make certain modifications to them as needed. But the real piece that they were looking for was a way to manage the scheduling of the execution of those work orders. So on the scheduling tab, we can show a list of specific work orders that meet certain criteria that have been released but are not yet being produced. And through a drag and drop method, we can move those work orders onto the associated pieces of equipment that they're going to be manufactured on, move them around, make modifications to the amount of time that we believe that that particular order will be taking to manufacture. In this case, there's an operation that occurs after the particular work order has been processed to clean out the machine that it's being manufactured on. So that's what this gray box represents in this case. So there's a lot of flexibility here in order to schedule operations. We believe that there's other use cases for this. We've had the idea of using this to schedule job site visits and perhaps service appointments that maybe you've got field workers that are going out and servicing equipment that's on site at customers. So we think there's a lot of opportunity for this kind of functionality in the future. So beyond that, another thing that we're really excited about is AI integration. So I'm going to show a quick preview of that. We are integrating through OpenAI, excuse me, through their API interface to allow for integration of AI within our Rover Business Suite applications. So this is implemented through a chat interface that can be open throughout the site. The AI can be aware of the context for where you are within the application and suggest prompts that are appropriate to that location. So here we've entered the customer section, and it's giving me specific questions that I can ask. What customer has the highest open total balance? If we move throughout the application, it's aware of where we are, and it can change those default prompts. So we'll go back to customers, and we'll click on this prompt here. What customer has the highest total open balance? So we click on that. It's going to go out and interact with the data that's backing this particular instance of Rover Business Suite. We'll give it a moment here to find that customer. And inevitably with live demos, it gave me a little bit of an issue here. I'll see if I can work around that real quick.
While Greg's getting that done, I do want to take the time to say that we do have a demo of our AI capabilities on our YouTube channel. So if you do search Rover ERP on YouTube, you'll come across one of our videos where Greg takes the time to go through a complete demonstration of it.
Thank you, Corey. So here the AI chat has identified that the customer with the highest balance is Smart Pharma. It shows me the balance. Here's where the real benefit comes in. We can, aside from just having to query our data and present answers to us, we can ask it to accomplish tasks for us. So I'm going to say, compose a collection letter. for this customer. So it also dealt with my poor typing there. And here we have it building a collection letter based on the customer that it located, including their open balance. We can influence the particular style with which it generates the letter, but now we have an email composed here, and I can ask it to send that.
While you're doing that, Greg, I just wanted to remind everybody, you can plug this in and tie it into your existing ERP system, even if it's a green screen system. It works.
Thanks, Jim. Good point.
Since we're taking the time for reminders too, everybody should have access to chat. So if you have some comments, questions, anything else, we'll have some time here coming up very soon to have an open dialogue with you on anything that you may want to discuss.
So now it's let us know that the collection letter has been sent. I'm hopping over to a Gmail account here, and you can see that there's that collection email that it composed and sent for us. So the real value here is having it actually take actions on your behalf, and thinking of the AI as another employee. We can define specific tasks that can be accomplished by the AI that would normally be taken by one of your staff. So there's a lot of opportunity here that we're just on the edge of currently in development, but we're very excited about it. All right, Mike,
Thanks,
I'll throw it
Greg.
back to you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
perfect. I'm going to take control back. And let's do a couple more quick previews here before we close out the slides. All right. So we were in progress earlier on some point of sale demonstrations. I had queued up a couple of invoices to pay. We're not going to pay them right now. I'll pop over to the accounting page. You can see here the system's just saying, hey, heads up before you navigate away. You've got a couple things in progress. I can click to continue those if I want, but we'll move along here. This is launching into production soon. We're putting the finishing touches on this landing page, we call it, but this is the portal into your ERP's accounting system. So AR, AP, GL, and there'll be hooks to manage vendor information and other related fields that most companies typically have their accounting teams handling for them as well. So what we've got in here is really a continued evolution of our design pattern, where you've got this nice single pane of glass, a few KPIs, meaningful KPIs up top, with some ability to drive navigation, and soon also some drill down capabilities associated with these two. I happen to have the receivables section highlighted up, so it's showing me, the staff accountant for the company, hey, we've got these current receivables open due in the next 7 days. And maybe I've got the customer on the phone, maybe I just called them, we can go ahead and collect the payment from them right here to close the loop out on that particular receivable. Similar drill down functionalities coming for the other sections. We can get into payables. You can't actually pay them out yet. We could mark them as paid, but we can't directly pay them out from the system quite yet. And similarly on the GL side, being able to get in and really see a trial balance across all of your GL accounts of things and start to take action from there. So very powerful accounting landing page coming that we think will really start to rival what's out there competitively in the accounting space for people, and give you one more reason to just stick with the same system for everybody on the back end. So that's a good one. I didn't mention them, but tickets and time, the sales module for doing full order and quote management and opportunity management, the scan application for your warehouse workers to use on handheld devices to be moving inventory around, and the field services page too being available if you have field service employees who are out visiting customers, clients, performing service, reporting on the service, generating those reports back to the customers. We have a lot of cool, flexible, powerful things in here, and a lot still yet to come So we're very excited about this. With that, I'm going to give the ball back to Corey to take us home.
Thank you, Mike. Let me just get us on the slide. All right, so we believe Rover Business Suite is the best choice. And so I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today. I was at a recent SaaS conference, and I had the privilege, Mike and I had a privilege of hearing from a speaker, thought leader, Garrett Gunderson, who left us with a compelling question. It was just, are you giving or are you taking? And this resonates deeply within the ethos of business, and specifically around, software or ERP software, where the success hinges not just on what we build, but on the value we deliver. And Garrett's insight prompt me to consider the balance of contribution versus, our own self-interest. And we've taken your time here today. But as we wrap up, to reflect on our interactions and our decisions, and leaning towards, enriching others, the community, the PICK MultiValue community, and just helping one another. So I challenge you guys to strive to be givers, and fostering a culture of supporting one another within this PICK MultiValue ecosystem, so that we can continue to drive innovation and growth within the community. And so how can we give? And as we reach the end of our presentation, we've explored, the transformative power of our product, Rover Business Suite, our own dedication to the PICK MultiValue community, but we stand ready not to just offer our product, but to be a partner with you in this journey, whether that means you're a customer or that we can just give advice. And so I encourage you, if you have questions, to email me and let us know what we can help you with. Obviously, we hope that you're interested in the Rover Business Suite and the work that we're pouring ourselves into. But that said, again, we're a part of this community and we want to help one another out. So thank you for the opportunity, for allowing us to serve you and considering us as your partner in this progress. Thank you guys so much. Take care.